So, how did you want to do this intro? We're live right now. I forgot already.
Are we live now?
We are live. We're 12 seconds into the show.
Wow,
Which
it's
just
Thursday. You know what that means.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey, hey, hey! Oh,
check out the Marcus man. He should.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We would like to welcome you to the return of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am Marcus, the grand finale, and I'm joined by
Lord Manny. Hey, hey!
Ho ho! Welcome to the Untitled show. Happy New Year, everybody! Happy holidays. You know, Happy America Day. It's another day in America.
I think it was a dark day in America yesterday.
I feel like every time I host a show or we do a form of the show is the darkest day in American history.
You mean when we revert?
Yeah.
Instead of me, you host.
Yeah,
bad.
I feel like when you were hosting, things were fine in America for the most part. I mean, COVID was bad at killing people. It's terrible. But things were going great. I host one day. The Capitol is being invaded by terrorists. What? And yes, go ahead.
It did seem like it was a meme. Like, it honestly felt like, oh, someone's trolling here. Someone's found an image and just made it look funny. No, it was a real image.
It was real. And it was like, watching it was, I guess, more surreal, going like, oh shit, they're really doing this. But the moment that hit me, I don't care if you invade the Capitol, but I expect consequences if you invade the Capitol. That's what hit me the most, going like, shit, they're going to go all the way with this. They're going all the way with this. And no one is stopping. They're going to kill Nancy Pelosi and no one's stopping them.
Do you know what? It was the biggest advertisement for white privilege. Like,
yes.
If you were going to advertise white privilege, that was it. There you go.
White privilege. Invade the Capitol. Sit at the desk. I like my favorite. It was ridiculous. And my favorite thing is, well, I have a few favorite things about this whole ordeal. This clusterfuck of, you know, just awful people. But, one, when Mike Pence, the vice president of the United States, realized his boy was like, fuck, he really don't give a fuck about me. It was like I can see that heartbreak right there in his eyes going like, I can't believe they're coming after us. Two, white privilege of the white lady who got maced and wasn't sure why she got maced inside the Capitol.
Do you know what I would have loved if it was a person of color that maced her as well. It would have been perfect.
Oh, it would have been great. So then there was like this video of the black, I guess he's like one of the Capitol Police, and he's just by himself and it's like, where's everybody? And he's going up the stairs. And it looks like, to me, it looked like the video games, you know, where they're like, you want this guy to follow you. And then they're not following you, they're doing other shit. You're like, come on. And you have to keep going back and see if they're still there. That's what it looked like to me. And I was like, damn, why does he not have backup? This is this is terrible. And the fact that people are shocked that this happened. Like, oh my God, I never thought this could happen. And the security was so lapsed. Unless it was a planned security lapsing. Like, for you to be shocked that this was going to happen is outrageous for me. Because white terrorists have existed. I mean, everybody sees Star Wars. It's just white terrorism. By the way, Eric has joy in the chat.
It would have been too sweet. I didn't even see his other comment. Did he say something else?
I don't think so. Honestly, I don't even. Let's see.
I think he's referring to if a person of color sprayed that woman.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. So, with that being said, wrestling happened. And I feel like also, as whenever we do, I host the show, there's an United States incident that may break the foundation of democracy. Oh, there's also a big NXT and AEW show that happens on those same days. I feel like that happens as well. Like, whenever they do a big show, it's like, oh, we're going to do our ratings game. Today, Raw did their 2.1 with those old fucking legends. We're going to go hard. We're going to go hard with the, with the American Crisis. So, let's move on into AEW Dynamite. The show that taught me everything about life and where I should be in life.
Really?
No, it didn't. It didn't. So the show starts. Jericho's on commentary. I took no notes on this, Manny. I'm not as proficient as you. I'm going to just go off my memory and see if I nailed everything. If there's something I missed, so bad. There's a lot of stuff we have to cover on this show anyway. What is this? Hey, Manny, is Tom last night was made?
Mad? I think it's mad.
Okay. Anyway.
So it kicked off with the Acclaimed and the Hybrid 2 versus the Young Bucks and SCU.
Yes.
And I think this is the first and only time I actually was paying attention to the commentary, because I realized I was running out of time, so most of this was watched on ×3 and ×4 speed, so I did not hear any commentary afterwards.
Okay. So it starts with the Acclaimed rap, though. You gotta talk about... I don't know any of their names.
Can we just say the rapper guy and the boombox guy?
There's the rapper and the boombox. Or Otunga Light and Darren Young Light. Like, I honestly don't know their names. But he goes off, he mentions John Cena, he has a decent rap, and it's kind of shoots, a lot of curse words, a lot of profanity, and he attacks the Young Bucks. Yeah. And it comes at him and all this. And so they have their match. A lot of flippity-doos, a lot of super kicks. And by the way, for those criticizing Goldberg for coming out to the ring, Christopher Daniels, I believe, is a year younger than Goldberg. He's another old man wrestling. So please, do not come at me with that bullshit about old people being in the ring. I'm not a supporter of Goldberg, but when they have Christopher Daniels in the ring, that changes the story. Well,
let's also remember Chris Jericho's also turned 50 as well.
Yes. And then they have Dustin Rhodes. So don't give me that shit about WWE have all these old legends just show up when most of AEW's main roster is a bunch of 50-year-old men. By the way, the former heavyweight champion of the world has entered the chat. Pop! My country is a flop. El Luchador has entered the chat. Yes, our country has fell apart. America is AEW. We were going to make it. We thought we were going to make it. We were so young and had so much promise. And then the Bullet Club showed up and invaded the Capitol. No. So we had that match. They bring up the storyline that Daniels I believe they mentioned this on Dark or even Dynamite previous week. If they lose again, they break up. But if I'm in a situation,
I don't even care.
Yeah, if I'm in a situation if we lose, I'm gonna break up with you. That is like being in a couple's relationship. If we get into one more argument, we're done. I don't ever want to see you again. Like, that's what I feel like we're at, and I feel like that doesn't make sense. I don't care about this storyline. We're Scorpio Sky. I honestly don't know. Manny, did you freeze? Ah, shit. Hey, everybody. I believe we dropped the call for Manny. I don't know what happened. Oh, no. Hold on. What the hell? Hold on. We're going to thumbnail, guys. Oh, wow. I can't believe we had a drop call for some reason. I'm going to call Manny back. Hello.
Give me a minute. My internet just died.
Oh, no wonder.
Yeah, I'm now answering you on the phone.
Damn, because I was like, what happened? It just froze. And, I'm being invaded, Manny. I'm being invaded. I can't tell you exactly what's happening, but there's a man with a moose head running around with his shirt off, and then there's another guy with some southern twang talking about how Trump won the election. He wants to shut me up once and for all. I can't believe it. I can't believe this is happening to me. Oh God. God, I don't worry, I'm strapped. So if anybody come in here, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang. I'm not doing a Diana Dallas Page impersonation. Those are gunshots, baby. Bang. Manny, are you okay, or are we still waiting?
I feel like everything's breaking on my end.
Oh God, this only happens to me. This only shit happens to me. I can't believe this happened on the live show. Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you properly now.
You can hear me properly? All right. Is everything set up? Because I'm going to go back into our screen.
Yeah.
All right. I apologize for all the technical difficulties that we had on the show. I mean, we try to be professional and run a very tight-knit production, but you never know when we're invaded. Luckily, I survived that invasion. Bullet Club shirt. They were like, "Oh, too sweet. You good. You good. You're
what
one
the
of
worst part
us."
is I'm going to have to rewatch what happened now.
I just know
And
your face.
how you dealt with adversity.
Oh, I dealt with it fine. I just went, oh no, and then went to the thumbnail and was like, I think I lost Manny, and then tried to call you back. I think it went smooth, and to the point where I was screaming, going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What am I gonna do? So we're gonna move on to the next segment, just in case anything else goes wrong. Jon Moxley has made his epic return after taking a month off vacation to spend time with his pregnant wife after losing the title via screw job, apparently.
He did also appear on New Japan.
He did. But it was via video package. He never actually went to Japan. He never actually showed up.
I thought that title was supposed to be defended at
Me too.
I thought that was supposed to be defended at Wrestle Kingdom, but it wasn't, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, I was assuming, and then it was like, nope, he's just not showing up to work. And got to watch Kenta and just carry that briefcase around. Like, it's like, I guess I'm just going to carry this awkward shit for the rest of my life because the U.S. champion is never coming back. And then next time I see him, he's on AEW Dynamite doing nothing. He just talked. He twitched like you were like Manny, you know, he did some of that. He's talking about he's going to give Ray Phoenix his opportunity tonight, so he ain't going to attack Kenny Omega with a crowbar. But there will be some retribution. And he slammed down his microphone, and I was like, there goes T-Bar.
Oh, I just want to point out one thing that was going on all through the night of AEW, which started to bother me.
Was it audio?
Whoever's being paid to bleep out words needs to be fired.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like it has to be intentional to miss these bleeps just to show the people that you are intentionally missing these bleeps. That's how bad it is. It's like, I don't give a shit. Oh, who did he say that to? Well, I said, fuck you. What? Like, that's how it went. It's absolutely terrible. You're right. Moving on, I believe I want to say it's the weigh-in. Right? Oh, no, it's Wardlow versus Swagger, right?
Oh, well, you missed the bit where with Chuck Taylor and Miro at the back.
No, I didn't.
Agreeing to the fight. With the stipulation that if he loses, he will become Miro's young boy until the wedding, which is the most ridiculous thing. Miro needs to go back.
Yeah.
I don't care if you weren't happy there. At least you were doing stuff of relevance.
It's just like someone knows what to do with you. like they didn't do anything. They didn't know what to do with you. But it seemed like they had more of an idea. If you're going to make you a ridiculous mid-carder, they're happy with doing that. Here, he's just kind of... He's feuding with Chuck Taylor. And, like, it's just stupid. I want nothing to do with this. Fuck off this segment. Fuck Miro. I'm going to say that to death. Fuck Miro. I want Rusev back. Like...
Yep, so do I.
Miss my old homie. Oh, so Swagger and Wardlow had a match. I thought it was a really good match. Probably one of the better heavyweight matches of the week. But you know, it was really good. I enjoyed. And Wardlow, you know what? At first I was like, there ain't nothing in Wardlow. But you know, more I'm watching him, I'm like, I see this. I see the Wardlow.
Well, so this is what I wrote. So I took notes up until the weigh-in. I went, Wardlow is actually all right. However, I think Hager has regressed so much that he was the factor in this match not being solid for me.
Damn. And I can see what you're saying. And I agree. Like, I was more impressed with Wardlow and not really impressed with Hager at all.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe it was designed that way to make Wardlow look strong, but probably not, because it just seemed like Hager was just slow and just not there. Like, he didn't seem like he had anything that made him the man he was back when he was the We the People guy or anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. At this point, I don't think Jake Hager should be wrestling. He should be focusing on whatever else whatever MMA career he's supposed to have.
Yeah, or just be Jericho's muscle. Just walk around and, you know, do the slick back hair thing. Just be muscle. It's not a bad job. It's not a bad job. I believe next was the weigh-in, or was it the Cody and Snoop thing?
Oh no, you left out your favorite. The private party are giving Matt Hardy 30% of their contracts.
Oh my god!
And I hope that's not each of them, because that is an ultimate con.
I just saw just the worst negotiation of my life when that happened. One, they were drinking when they were signing this. Two, Snoop Dogg let this happen, and that was the biggest crime of it all. Snoop should have been, hold on, bizzle, dizzle, sizzle. You better get your lawyer to read over the contracts.
No, Marcus. The biggest crime of it all was what Snoop Dogg did later in the night.
No. I understand him not being able to do a frog splash or a splash off the top rope. And he's just as old as Christopher Daniels, and he's never done that. So I'm not gonna criticize Snoop Dogg. But I am going to not let him sit there and let these young, expiring black men sign a contract to a white man that's screwing them over clearly. Clearly screwing them over. Like, he was reading off stuff. Like, when they were like, do you know all the stuff we got in there on this piece of paper? And he was like, check the last part. We got it right there. There's no way they read that contract. He could have just put, I got that one thing for you, but I'm taking 30%. It made no sense. I was like, oh, they're dead. They're dead. Thanks for selling your soul to the devil. Thanks, Snoop, for not helping.
So yeah, we now have the weigh-in. And the thing that bothered me the most was when Darby Allin came out to the ring in the card, and then the on-screen graphic said he had been AEW TNT champion for 60 days. The man hasn't defended that title since he won it. By this time next week, he will have been by next week when he defends it, it will be 67 days he's been champion and has not had one single title defense.
No.
And before people come at me as like, oh, AEW, I love AEW. Yeah, I understand Bobby Lashley has also not defended the US title about the same amount of time.
No, but the U.S. title was never defended. Dean Ambrose had that thing for like 3 years. Never defended that. And MVP, who holds the record, didn't defend it when he had it either. So, the U.S. title is never defended. And don't give me this shit. Jon Moxley isn't even defending the U.S. Japanese title. I don't want to hear about the U.S. titles being defended because those titles aren't defended. In fact, if you want a U.S. title, you can just march to the Capitol and take the U.S. title if you want it. You can just march in there.
To make that joke, damn it.
Gotta be quicker, man. You gotta be quicker. But so I want to throw to you, and I know we have a lot to talk about today, but why did we have a weigh-in for this? Other than to embarrass Darby Allin? Like, did Tony Khan say, I want to embarrass this little motherfucker? Like, well,
I don't know. It was the most unnecessary segment. And then we joke, well, I think I still joke about it, about that WrestleMania. Was it WrestleMania 2031? When Seth Rollins cashed in?
Yes.
I think it was.
Yes.
When Hulk Hogan and Nash and Hall were walking slowly to that ring.
Yeah, I like that you refused to call them the NWO. You refused to just say the NWO. You wanted to call them all. Like, we wouldn't know who the NWO was. Just to clarify, it wasn't Horace or Virgil or Miss Elizabeth. It was Hogan, Hall, and Nash walking slow to the ring.
Yeah, But Sting's entrance is just as long, and that ramp is way shorter.
And
So we get this father and son, like deal when he gets in the ring.
well, this was the final week of which I really feel they have no idea what they want to do with Sting. He's done the exact same thing since he's debuted, and it's been like a month or some change already. Like, he's showed up, he's staring someone's eyes, and then that segment ends. And it's been the same person for 3 weeks now.
But this is it. It's always the same thing where it's for the pop of it's Sting.
Yeah, and I feel like they're shooting their load on making Sting a special attraction. Like, it's not really special anymore. Like, they said Sting will, like, in their card for the night, Sting will appear. And then I said, I think I know what segment he's gonna appear at. And I was like, it's the weigh-in. And sure enough, he appeared in the weigh-in. But I was like, you know what? Maybe he does something this week. Maybe he says something. Maybe him and Taz go back and forth on the microphone. Maybe him and Darby Allin, he announced something. Nope. Same shit. Same shit. He can say, I'm going to be, like, I was expecting to at least say, I'm going to be in Darby Allin's corner next week when he takes on Cage. Like, I was at least expecting that. Nope. I'm just going to stare in his eyes and then we're going to cut away. Waste of money. Waste of money. Can't do shit. And don't give me this shit about Goldberg showing up overall. I'm not a fan of it. I don't need Goldberg in 2021. I didn't need him in 2020 or 2019. But don't give me that shit when Sting just walks out to the ring. Like, don't give me that shit. Moving on. Cody and Matt Sydal I'm going to throw some segments in the back just to get it out the way. The Revival confronts that little motherfucker, Marco Stunt, and and Jungle Boy, and they're going to fight him. And I'm going like, man, you know, I really, like, the Revival are so good. Why are they taking a backseat to the Acclaim and Top Flight Hybrid 2? Why aren't they trying to get their belts back? Like, they lost them and just walked away. Like,
it just doesn't make sense.
We need to be trying to redo this.
Like, I'm sure they're probably ranked number 1 as well in their rankings that don't even matter.
Hold on, Manny. The rankings were reset. This is a new year. Everybody's at 0-0. So
I hate this brand. I hate this brand so much.
Oh, so they have that segment. We're gonna get that next week at New Year's Smash. No Luchasaurus, so he can throw his slow ass kicks. But you know, Cody versus Matt Sydal. I just feel like nothing clicked in this match for me. Like I feel like they missed a lot of moves. Like, I don't know. It was very botchy.
I thought it was okay, but it was, as you said, very, very botchy.
Yeah. Like, when he went for the arm drag and some kicks, I was like, oh, they missed everything.
And then we get to the end where Snoop, I don't know what you want to call it.
It was a splash. I'm not going to criticize Snoop for his bad splash. He didn't put himself in that situation. AEW put him in that situation. We see him get physical with Chavo Guerrero like 10 years ago, and he couldn't throw a clothesline. So, I don't want to see Snoop. I'm not going to blame Snoop for this.
Marcus, first of all, when he landed on him, it looked like he glitched. The second part was he had his ass up in the air like he was about to take it. Like, that is a man that looks like he's done that before.
Man, I just feel like it was not that was not my main problem with this wasn't the splash, Manny. It was the fact that he had Arn Anderson's coaching card and he was calling out plays or moves for Cody in this match, which made no sense. And Cody was looking for him for advice. And I go, what can Snoop tell me about being in the ring?
That doesn't really work if you haven't got a microphone or an earpiece in Cody and you're doing this.
But what could he be saying? Cody, I need you to go to Cold Blue right now. Come on. It made no sense. I mean,
yeah, Cody, hit him with a punch.
I mean, for the most part, Snoop looked like he was having a good time. And he enjoyed being there. He went over to the announce table. He said hi to Jericho, who was talking shit about him the entire day. And then when Snoop went over there, he hugged him. And I was dying laughing. Because it was so hypocritical. So I didn't 100% hate Snoop's involvement. I just thought the match was a little botchy. I didn't understand the scorecard. But I thought it was a solid segment. I honestly did. I was like, this is solid.
So, Sasha Banks retweeted the AEW post of Snoop jumping off the tall rope.
Yes.
And then said, fam, we need to work on this. I believe both of them need to work on their splashes because Sasha's is not good either.
No, it's not the best, but you know what? I think that everybody should stop doing the frog splash.
Kevin Owens is fat and he can do a better frog splash.
I just want people to stop doing the frog splash. I just want people to stop doing it. There's only one person that should be doing it right now, and it's Montez Ford, whose face was all over the arena tonight, and I don't know why. It was Snoop Dogg's face. The thing was, that's what went through my head. The entire time they had the Go Big Show ad on the aprons everywhere. Because it was far away, it looked like Montez Ford was in the middle. Until like Cody and Seidel or Omega, whoever spent 30 minutes outside the ring in their match, was by that apron. You could honestly see it was Snoop, but from far away, it looked like Ford. It had the sunglasses. Like Snoop's picture did not look natural in the center. Like, everybody else was visible. Like, oh, that's Cody, that's Rosario, that's that other guy who I never heard of in my life. And then in the middle, Montez Ford. That's what I got out of that. And I was like, this is great advertisement.
But he wants to smoke.
Both of them. So moving on, I believe it's our featured main event, featured bout of the evening. Oh no, we got Abaddon and Sheeta, which is a waste of time and complete trash, and every referee in AEW needs to be fired. And Manny, I know I said I was not going to be a hippo in a crate and complain about the rules anymore, but the referee, I believe it may have been Aubrey Edwards or it may have been the bald guy, I don't know, but when they went under the ring, there was no excuse for him to go under the ring with them. No reason. And the bite thing is stupid. It was stupid when Shayna did it. It was stupid when Abaddon beat Sheeta the first time. And it became even worse in this one, which now Sheeta is wrestling with her throat ripped out.
I don't understand this because I know I would have got a better match if Serena Deeb was out there. And that's the worst part about this. And the NWA Women's Champion continues to outshine Sheeta. And the NWA Women's Champion was not even out there.
No, wasn't even on the show, and she had a better match. Like she could have literally pulled a match from a match book, struck it, and had a better match than this shit that I saw.
Yeah,
here.
it was terrible, 100% terrible.
And the fact that I watched NXT first and watched Ripley and Gonzalez basically destroy each other and have just.
Are you insane? Why would you watch that first?
Because I wanted to see New Year's Evil more than I wanted to see Dynamite. I was hyped for New Year's.
But I knew I had to get through the struggle of AEW before I got to that. Because I knew I was getting a pay-per-view level caliber show in comparison to this garbage.
Okay. So moving on to the main event, we got the world champion Kenny Omega defending his title against Rey Fenix. And
this was the saving grace of the show. Saving grace of the show, because the show was trash to me.
These two, absolutely spectacular. They both delivered. Rey Fenix still the best luchador in the history of luchadors in the game right now.
I want to say the flip into the German suplex was incredible.
Oh, that was an amazing spot. I went, it popped me multiple times. There were several spots that I just went, oh shit, did that. But yeah, like you said, the flip into the German suplex is the best spot of probably of all the night, of all shows. It was just that amazing.
Yeah.
And but I can't get this match like amazing stars because at one point they just go to the outside and they're just chilling, and no one's counting, and no one's caring about any rules. It's just happening. But it was an amazing match.
The worst part about this is like. We talk about that, and then when referees give leeway and stuff like, yeah, I get that. I watched in 98, 99 when Stone Cold was doing that, and Earl Hebner was doing his bullshit. That didn't seem to bother me then. But now times have changed.
Yeah,
And
I'm
now
grown
it's
up.
bothering me.
Again, these are knife fights. If someone brings a gun, it's breaking the rules. I'm just saying. I challenged you to a knife fight, and you brought a gun with a knife on it. That's not fair. That's not fair. So,
I
but
do wish we had the clips from the quiz where we could actually input that in with just Eric going, "That is not fair. That is not fair."
that's not fair. That's not fair. I enjoyed the ending of the show. To an extent, but I have my problems with it. That that they killed Eddie Kingston killed the Death Triangle, who reformed tonight and gave us a reintroduction of who they are, but then died later in the same night. And then that they were trying to trap John Moxley, who came out with a plastic barbed wire bat or some plastic barbed wire or whatever it was, and hit Kenny in the stomach, and then they got to beat him up when Gallus and Anderson came out from Impact with their titles. No fucks given. Like, they were not saying that this title was going to slow us down. Beat the shit out of Mox. Then, finally, the Varsity Blondes, I believe, decided to jump the rail because all those wrestlers are watching their moneymaker get his ass beat, and nobody wants to do anything about it. And then they get their ass beat, and then the Young Bucks come out there. Swerve, Young Bucks are on the side of the Bullet Club. They reunite in show. Manny, what are your thoughts on this?
I did really enjoy it, but I don't know what you do with the Young Bucks. If you include Young Bucks in this, they have to be heels. They have to be heels now.
Yeah, Manny.
And they were spending the whole night being faces essentially.
Yep.
And we got the tease of the heel turn a few months ago.
Yep.
He even put his earring with the cross in it to rile people up.
Yep.
But I believe Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson were also at Capitol Hill yesterday.
I know they took the beeline flight. Like, oh, Tony, can we use your plane? I need to go to Capitol Hill. We're gonna have a match. Honestly, if I was a struggling wrestling company. I'm not saying AEW is a struggling wrestling company, but I'm just saying if I was, a lower tier wrestling company, I would have snuck in there and I would have had a quick wrestling match inside there. I mean, everything was going on. I mean, it didn't really matter. I mean, what publicity? That'd be amazing publicity. If I was the black guys from like Walmart and the mall. I haven't seen a video from them in a while. I'm assuming it's a pandemic.
You realize if they went, they would have got shot.
Yeah. It'd be a different story. 3 people were shot in the mall today. Oh, I mean, at the Capitol today. Yeah? They were all black. Why? They didn't have the right hat on.
Why?
Why? Why? Why were they the one shot? One of them was a senator. But yeah, I thought it was a fantastic ending, but I also have Devil's Advocate back in my head. Flashbacks of PTSD of the 90s / early 2000s of wrestling, and even a little TNA in this. For the simple fact that all the management, except for one, is in this heel faction. We basically have the NWO, Manny. Right? Not the NWO that was inspired when they first started. The NWO in the middle when they were running shit with Bischoff, Hogan, and everything. Nash. These are all management in the top faction.
All you're going to get is chaos now. It's just basically chaos every week. Like it's normally been on AEW where they end with just madness happening. But it's going to be like that all the time now.
Yeah, but they're going to start making matches. I got heel Bischoff vibes from Tony Khan now. He's going to come out on a motorcycle and start calling him Easy K or Special K or something. I really hope that happens.
I don't think that's going to happen. But like, what's his name's going to be doing that? What's his name? Don Callis. He'll be doing that for Kenny. He's basically his Bischoff.
You think so. But then we could get some Aces and Ace shit. And then it's everybody in there. It's Bischoff back in there again. And Garrett Bischoff. And Ronnie Bischoff. I just got Bischoff. I got NWO vibes at the end of this. After thinking about it, going like, this is all the management. Who are they fighting against?
The thing you got to worry about with factions and stuff like that when you put them together is when they get too big, it becomes more ridiculous because then you've got branching things going on and it starts stops making sense at that point.
Yeah.
At the NWO, you couldn't focus on what was going on because they were so big.
Yeah. For me, the segments could have worked without the Young Bucks. I did not need the Young Bucks in there. Like, Anderson and Gallows looks like monster. If they join Kenny, it makes sense into the Impact scenario because they're fighting the Guns and Rich Swann. All that makes sense. I didn't need the Bucks in there because it just adds another layer to this. And I know people are happy to see the Bullet Club reunite, whatever. But I don't want this to become the NWO, Aces and Eights, or any other dominant the Jeff Jarrett factions of the time, whatever they were called, in which everybody's in it, including the owner, the corporate ministry, and then they're trying to screw who? Who are they? Like, who's the babyface of this? Moxley?
Yeah.
So I'm not sympathetic to him. I don't care about him. Like, they really, like, I don't know. I don't see how they're fighting against the establishment when they are the establishment.
It's just a bad gig, and I don't understand it.
So it's it is what it is.
Did you watch the accompanying Impact the day before?
No, I'm never watching Impact again.
I never watch Impact.
It's trash. I can't get through it. I can't take Josh Matthews. As much as I hate Kevin Kelly, I honestly I don't know who's worse. I don't know who's worse.
Guy. No, the new guy on Wrestle Kingdom commentary, I can't even remember his name. I think it's an English guy. He's even worse.
The guy that talks like this all the time. I might be English, but I might be from somewhere else. Like, I hate him too.
He sounds awful.
I hate him too. I hate him. God, you know what? It's a sad day in wrestling, and I'm going to say this for the record. And I know this is a hot take for some reason. It shouldn't be. The best commentary team right now is Michael Cole and Corey Graves. And I feel like they're the only ones that I feel like can do wrestling right now. Everybody else sucks.
When I heard the commentary for Wrestle Kingdom, the English commentary, I honestly felt more appreciative of JBL, Renee Young, Beth Phoenix,
Byron Saxton,
Byron Saxton,
D.O. Madden,
JR right now. I'll throw in Excalibur.
I'm annoyed by Excalibur. No,
I don't like know-it-alls. I think it's because he's a know-it-all. That's why.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
He's too much of a know-it-all. Like, he's Matt Striker, but I feel like worse. Like, I don't know. He's like, oh, that movie's called this. I honestly don't care. I don't care. Oh, he's doing Tiger Driver 97 as a homage to so-and-so. I don't care. I don't care. He let it move. Make the count. 1, 2, 3. By the way, Ray Phoenix's shoulder was up. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm even talking about that. It was up.
She was looking directly at it.
Yes. I don't understand how that happened.
And they tried to sell it as nobody kicks out of the one-winged angel.
They sure get that shoulder up.
They're lying to everyone. They're lying to everyone because Kota Ibushi has done it. And now it seems like Ray Phoenix has done it.
You want to know my favorite thing about this? Is that when they showed the replay, they only showed the one ring angel, but they never showed the count. It's like, why?
No. And you got Jericho lying to you on the commentary desk.
It don't matter. Jericho going, it don't matter. He could have got his shoulder up. He could have been standing up. This was over. Wait, no! That's not the way wrestling works. That would be like if Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez was having the last woman standing match, and Raquel is standing, but it's like, she's out. She's out on her feet. Her eyes are in the back of her head. No, she's still standing. So, you know what? For the record, I didn't hate AEW this week. I thought it was a solid show. I know I ragged on it a bunch, and you may think that I was like, oh man, uber negative. No, but because of the main event and the way it ended, it left good feels with me. I really enjoyed that aspect of it.
I felt like that was the only good thing I can say about this show, was the main event and how it ended.
Yeah, I for some reason, I enjoyed Uncle Snoop being out there. Just hugging All Lives Matter Jericho. I don't think Snoop knows.
I
Yeah.
completely forgot Jericho was All Lives Matter.
Yeah, he's All Lives Matter, and he doubled down on it that day. Where we have Mick Foley and Kevin Nash telling the president he needs to get step down, and Vince needs to kick him out the Hall of Fame. Jericho's like, "Hey, I'm happy I'm in Florida. We can breathe on each other, spit in each other's mouths."
Like it really matters that he's in the Hall of Fame. Like, people are going to go back and say, oh yeah, Donald Trump's in there. Like, there's a physical WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no one's going to be like, oh.
You just don't have to mention him ever again. That's all you have to do. You don't have to, like...
But he's Vince's boy! He's Vince's boy! I'm sure AJ...
You just don't have to mention him.
One thing Meltzer did this week, and I thought it was the greatest
AJ turned his back. AJ turned his back on the president this week.
Oh, did
he? He retweeted some something that was completely against what was going
wow.
Against what was going on. Like
yeah, I think the president has crossed the line. I feel like he's gone too far. Like finally, it's like this guy's got fucking bad for us. Guys.
This guy's gotta go.
But Meltzer posted, they were like, oh, who is this guy? Or something. It was the picture of the guy with the fucking moose on his hand or whatever it was.
Yeah.
In the costume. And Meltzer responded, oh, I think he's coming out with Elias every week on Monday. Which made me laugh because I was like, that's a perfect bird. That was a good bird. Well done, Meltzer.
Hello, my name's Elias.
By the way, our new character, Dave Melting, is coming soon. He's still coming soon.
If I had a proper internet connection, Reese, I would be able to do it.
I can do it. I see a melting candle. Or I'm just going to get a clip of a melting candle. That's all.
No, because I could get this camera pointing at something else, and then we'd have two free cameras coming at us.
12 stars. 12 stars. 12 drips of wax. All right. Moving on to the greatest wrestling show in the world. NXT. No bias in this report whatsoever. But I'm going to say it, and I know people may hate it, my favorite wrestling show. It never disappoints me.
It is, and they kicked off the year strong.
Yeah, it was a really nice start, except for the first match I did not care about whatsoever. Priest and Cross did not do it for me. How about you?
I didn't give this my full attention, to be honest.
It wasn't worth it.
So I was dismantling a table at one point, and this was just playing in the background. And then I also created the thumbnail whilst this was on. Once I had finished dismantling the table, I
could have did the thumbnail, Manny, just to save you a moment to take in the entire show and dismantling your table in peace.
Do you know, part of me, it wasn't that an easy break. So that part of me thought, let me just dive through it. But then I was like, no, this is a solid table.
This is one of those tables. This is a table that says, I am the table. This is one of those tables.
This is definitely one that Lana would not be able to defeat.
Hey, guys, I just put Lana through a table. Well, she didn't actually put her through. Lana's dead. Like, that's what literally happened.
And then it would have been a cool, Marcus, I'm probably going to need like an hour to recover from falling through this table.
Damn. Tables. I put together my new desk last night. It took 30 minutes. I was shocked. It's well together and everything. I was like, oh, it's an easy put together. Still got my other table out, my other desk. But anyway, yeah, Priest and Cross really disappointed me. And it could be that Cross may just be an entrance and a girlfriend and not much more. Like, he hasn't had a great match.
I don't know much about him. That's the thing. I don't know much about him. Everyone's got this hype about him, and I don't see it. Like, I didn't really see it. I didn't really see it even against Keith Lee. I know there's a bit there that he got injured during that match, and maybe we didn't get what we were supposed to get. But I don't see the hype yet.
I enjoy his look. I like his entrance. I like Scarlett. I like everything about it. Just when that bell rings, it's kind of like, is this all I'm getting? This is it?
Well, it's kind of like, do you remember when they brought him in, there was that thing where he was going to bypass NXT, but I think he needs NXT. And it's a good thing they put him on NXT. Because I don't think he's the finished product.
No, he needs to work on something. There's something missing. And there was a lack of chemistry in this match. I just didn't dig. I was just going like, this is a bad start match. But I was really hyped for it. Because they were like, we're going to start this commercial free. And I was like, all right, this is a heavyweight battle. This is what men fight. This is what men are going to do. Because these are men. Not this boy shit that you're going to be watching all through your every other. Cause these are what men do. And then they went there. I was like, this is very disappointing. Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre earlier in the week was like, those are men.
The only match you could compare this to was Wardlow and Hager. And I think Wardlow and Hager was probably better than this match.
Yes, there were 3 heavyweight battles, or 4 if you count MLW this week. MLW's was trash. It had a double count out. Yeah, Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre, who had a spectacular match. But
was it spectacular?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was really good.
I thought it was okay, but I wouldn't give it the spectacular word.
Okay, I give it's all right match then, Manny. It was a good match. It was really solid. I enjoyed the hell.
I think it was because of the show.
Yeah, the show was trash.
That put bad vibes on that match for me.
Yeah, I think the Goldberg ending and the whole botch thing, like the whole show, was just like whatever. And fucking Hogan. We can talk about this probably at the end when I went in our read the wrestling talk. I guess.
I feel like the show's going longer than an hour today.
It might. But anyway, they had their match. After this, Santos Escobar versus Grand Metalik, the hardest working man in wrestling, who works on every show. I honestly don't know. Oh man. I honestly don't know what show Grand Metalik is on anymore. I just know whenever he's on my screen, I really enjoy him. And I think if he could stay on NXT and him working with Escobar some more and having some more matches would be great for me. This was great. This was good.
This was a 205 special.
Yes.
This match.
Yeah, and the fact that I was expecting at the end Jordan Devlin to call out Santos Escobar, just to call him out, similar to the way Mox did with Kenta.
Yeah, I don't even, just the video package, and then try and get him over for the takeover that I haven't named, which is on Valentine's Day, which I feel like they should call it just Takeover Valentine's Day Massacre.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. I was like, maybe they don't have the rights to St. Valentine's Day Massacre anymore, and they didn't know until the last minute.
There's no way anything else could be called that, unless some heavy metal.
Heavy metal, always porn. Porn has all the titles. Porn has every title you can think of. Intercontinental Heavyweight, AEW title, TNA. Come on, you can't think of a title without porn being involved and going like, Let's do St. Valentine's Day Massacre. All right, Google that. It's a mess. Don't want to see that. That is a massacre. They beat the pussy up. But Grand Metalik and everything, they had a great match. And Santos Escobar continued to shine. And he always brings out his best outfits on the big shows. And, I really dug him. I don't think he gets enough credit holding it down.
I think his goons are holding him back, though, because I don't think they're good goons.
They don't win. They don't win
they're
ever.
Bad goons. They're really bad goons.
I would like for him to maybe feud. If you want to elevate him, I know Roderick Strong is entering this Dusty Classic, whatever, but I think Roderick Strong and Escobar should probably have a match. In fact, for that Cruiserweight title. Roderick ain't
Possibly,
that much bigger. That would help elevate that title some more than just being there. Moving on to the next part. I don't have this in order, but I'm going to say Xia Li happened. Xia Li came out there and beat Catalina Garcia. Cortez or whatever she's going by.
When she came out and they had the cinema black bars, I thought the whole match was going to be like that, and I was like, this is going to be fire. Then they took them away, and then I realized how bad Catalina Garcia is.
Catalina Garcia looked like somebody that they were like, who's Xia Li going to fight? I have no idea. We need the biggest jobber in the world. Catalina Garcia. Or Cortez, or Karina Cortez. Whatever she's going by, they change her name every time I see her. But she had the worst jobber gear I've ever seen. It looked like she was in her pajamas. She's getting her ass beat by Xia Li. And I want to say Xia Li's finisher being Thunder in Paradise. Somewhere somebody should call coffee and be like, that's gimmick infringement. But it worked. It was like a more aggressive Thunder in Paradise. But she looked ripped. I don't know if she's always been that ripped, but she looked super ripped. Maybe she's been extra training. We have no idea who the mystery woman is, and I don't ever think we're going to see Boa in the ring. I feel like Boa is basically almost.
The fact that they kept calling this Mr. I don't think it's a female now. They kept calling it a mystery figure. So it could be a man.
Yeah. I'm a man, baby. Yeah.
And I'm going to claim it's Switchblade.
Oh my God. That'd be great. It'd be Switchblade. Switchblade would be amazing. Me and Eric were talking about, like, Switchblade's leaving New Japan. Please go to NXT. Please. No other promotion do I want to see him in other than NXT. If I see him in AEW, I already see this. I don't want to see any more of this. I don't want to see him doing this. They weren't even in the Bullet Club at the same time. I don't want to see any of that. I want to see him show up and attack Adam Cole. That's it. And then we can have Switchblade Adam Cole, Switchblade whoever. Because he's just, I mean, when I was watching Wrestle Kingdom, he's just a WWE wrestler. Like, it just seems like he fits that style more than anybody else in the world right now.
Yeah.
But he's good.
100%.
He's good. Yeah.
No, he's excellent. Like, he's
Yeah.
really good at what he does. And it's a shame that not many people pay attention to New Japan, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, once the Gaijins, or as we call them in my community, the white boys left, more or less people had cared. Like, but it's still probably the best in-ring product you get. It's so great. Again, Shingo, Jeff Cobb, come on, that was amazing.
I need to go back and rewatch that, because realistically, the only thing I watched was Naito and Ibushi.
Oh, okay. You didn't watch the Jay White Ibushi the next night?
No, so like I kind of ran out of time.
They're long matches. Each match is an episode of Impact, to be honest. They're like 48, 50 matches. It's like, oh, okay.
There's only so much of that commentary you can put up with. Like,
watch it in Japanese. If you watch it in Japanese, man, you're going to enjoy it more. I'm telling you. You speak wrestling. You'll understand what they're talking about. Like, just by their reaction. Oh, no. Like, you speak wrestling enough. When they get excited, you know that. That's a big move. That's a big move. That's not a normal clothesline. That's a rainmaker. That's not a normal drop kick. That's Okada.
Well, we'll get on to. We'll
get on New Japan. I'm sorry. Big week in wrestling. It's all blurred in together. Goldberg comes out at the end of the show. Oh. Moving on to the next match. I'm just going to get it out the way before we talk about the two big matches. The mixed tag match, the Way, who came in with all the police that should have been at the Capitol. Oh.
You think that's the reason why they did that?
Yeah. No. They were doing the motorcade. I believe there's two beliefs of what happened. I believe the fight pit was going to happen, and then maybe there was that injury that forced it off the show. They need to fill time with this match instead. Or the fight pit was never going to happen. They were just going to do this either way. The fight pit just didn't have enough time to do it. I thought it was time.
Probably didn't have enough. Yeah, it's either time or they didn't have enough space to set up that set.
Honestly, in my conspiracy theory self, I feel like they did the fight pit. They shot the fight pit because I believe it's technically considered a cinematic match, considering that they have to set up that cage and set up structure that they have to tape it earlier.
That's not cinematic.
No, it's not cinematic, but I mean that they would tape it earlier and then put it into a live show. But yeah, I'm assuming they did. They have real fans there. That. But they have real fans there, so I think the thing would be to set that cage up and try to get all these matches done in that timely fashion. Seemed like that's where they came into the issue with.
I feel like it's part of that, and then I think the fight pit's kind of special. Like, we haven't had this will be the second time it's been used.
Yep.
And I feel like it could be a good draw to come in, like, maybe in 2 weeks to see it again.
Yeah. Yep. But no, the Way had their match with Kushida and Shotzi. Shotzi almost kills herself. Nothing too much happens in this. Yeah.
It's not an NXT where Shotzi hasn't killed herself.
So
because I swear she landed head first.
I feel like she jumped and fell into a bunch of bricks and just died. Like, this is every match.
No, thing is, you gotta realize one thing. who's catching you? One. If Candice LeRae is catching you, you better wait like a feather, or be coming in slow motion, because Candice LeRae cannot catch you. She is a tiny, tiny woman.
Yeah, I feel like Shotzi only has one speed, and that's balls to the wall. I'm gonna jump.
Welcome to the ball pit.
Yeah, like she almost died, and that was the big takeaway. So I guess we can talk about stuff that, since we haven't been here, what is your thoughts on the way? The name, the team, the whole
I like
thing.
it because you can throw so many way puns into it all the time.
You can go any way with it.
Yeah, so I'm you know me, I'm a lover of puns.
Yes. You're a pontificator.
But, yep, and I feel like it gives Johnny Gargano a way to put other people over, because like I feel like what we're going to get with Johnny Gargano and Kushida in the future is probably the best we're going to see Kushida on American TV, and then he'll go to shit again.
Yeah. I mean, he has some momentum going. He has his match with Dream and whatnot and stuff like that. Like, and I think he had, was it Ciampa? He was having matches with Ciampa and Thatcher. Kushida was doing pretty good. And then, it was just nothing to do with him, and I think this feud with him and Gargano can actually work.
Yeah. So that's probably the best we're going to see of Gargano. And I think, I'm not a big fan of Austin Theory. I'm going to say that. But, like, he's young, so he's got a chance to develop a proper character. I feel like what he's got currently now, it's basically a rip-off Johnny Gargano at this point.
He's his idiot son. They're playing the kids. He's his idiot son, and I enjoy him being the idiot son. I think it's the best use of Theory they've had since he used him. Like, everything else has just been like, I don't know who you are. All day and all this. Now he's just pretty stupid. He's just really stupid.
And I think when we pair Indy with Candice, I think Candice can coach her a little bit more better, because I feel like she was a bit more raw in comparison to the other Australians that are on the brand.
Yep. She's the worst Australian in the game right now.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we covered that way, we're going to move this away to the last woman standing match of Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Gonzalez in what can only be described as a war.
Hold on, Marcus. 1 second. Hello? No, they still haven't found Dakota Kai.
I told Eric that the same night. I was like, I wrote NXT to end with them showing the credits thing, and then someone walking in the back, like, kind of like, in the end of a show, and everybody cleared out, and Dakota Kai is going, hello? Does anybody hear me? Does anybody hear me? My favorite spot all week in wrestling. This is spot of the week. I know we have the flipping German suplex or almost kicking a guitar, which was amazing. I don't know why that popped me so much. I'm going, oh, he's gonna get him. He's gonna get that Trump supporter.
Because that was the fastest he's moved in probably a good while.
But I popped so hard for that. Was like, oh, he's gonna get him. But Dakota Kai being stuffed into the locker was so funny to me. Going like, come on. Like, no. I mean, for our outro image, I'm going to show it. We're not over, guys. We're still talking, but I have an image of her being stuffed in the locker by Rhea Ripley with our logo on the box, Manny. You'll probably see it later.
Yes.
But that was how we were going to end the show, and it's hashtag Dakota Kai deserves better. But I thought I'd show it right now. Just how entertained I was. But this was a beast of a match. We had Wardlow, we had Keith Lee, we had Hammerstone and Contra Guy on MLW. Don't worry about what I'm watching on the side. You had Shingo and Cobb, which was probably the best of the heavyweight battles. But this should be considered a heavyweight fight. This was two big girls going at it, doing some stuff I hadn't seen before, taking some painful bumps the entire
So
time.
you weren't gonna go with the Big E line of two big men bumping me. You weren't gonna finish that off with two big girls bumping me.
Nah, because then it's gonna imply something else about both of those girls. But there was a spot in which Rhea Ripley handcuffed Raquel Gonzalez to the cage.
And she ripped off the cage.
She ripped off the cage and then started using the last remainders of the cage as a weapon. And I went, oh shit, she's invincible. She's invincible. So, if only she was there when Kevin Owens was in his cage match, he would be champion.
If only Kevin Owens could summon the strength of Raquel Gonzalez.
Raquel threw a massive clothesline that I thought killed Ripley. Then she powerbombed her. Literally, Ripley seemed like she died 80 times in this.
So I was going to ask you this.
Yes.
So I believe Keith Lee and the others are going to Fat Camp because they don't wrestle like big men.
Yes.
And I feel like Ripley is suddenly falling into that, where she takes too many bumps for the woman she is, the size of a woman she is. Like, look at the bump she took, and they're both big women, so I get it. You can do it in this one, but like Ripley gives far too much to the other female wrestlers.
Well, rumor has it
to make them look good.
Rumor has it in the dirt sheet she's going to the main roster either to do it Monday Night Raw or to a Friday Night SmackDown. So maybe she ain't gonna sell there.
Maybe.
Cause I'd be damned if she sell to Carmella. You kick Carmella in the face. And her Suave. Whatever his name. Reginald.
Sommelier. Or what's his real name? Raymond or Reginald.
Reginald Watson. Oh man, Mr. Randy Watson. I don't know. But yeah, so you know.
Have we had any comments? Because I realise I can't see the chat. But
no. It's been a slow day. The last comment was from El Luchador saying, Moro gonna abuse Chuck E. T. Which is true. But no. I don't think he's gonna abuse. I think it's gonna be a back and forth battle with false finishes. And Miro's gonna get upset because Orange Cassidy's gonna save him. And we get the Miro Orange Cassidy feud we always wanted. Anyway, yeah, I thought Raquel looked like a monster, and Io's gonna die whenever she fights her. Sorry, Miss.
Oh, so something that we did miss out was Mercedes Martinez's package.
Yes.
Where she just seemed like more of a bigger badass than Shayna Baszler ever did.
Yeah. Yep. Who is currently losing to Dana Brooke on Monday Night Raw.
But I believe Mercedes Martinez and Shayna Baszler are around the same age.
Yeah, they're pretty. They're up there in age.
But I feel like I believe Mercedes Martinez to be a badass more than I do Shayna.
But Shayna's a real fighter.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like
it's the tattoos, Manny. It's the tattoos and the piercings.
Tattoos, and Mercedes Martinez has the ability to actually talk a lot better than Shayna.
Yeah, that's true. She could kill a man. I think she could kill people. I feel Mercedes Martinez has killed somebody. Probably a man.
Yeah.
In cold blood.
and I think we're leaning towards Shayna. Mercedes versus Io. I'm gonna call it a Valentine's Day Massacre.
Yeah, but we may get there. But I feel like Raquel's gonna step in there too. I don't feel like Mercedes is gonna beat Io. I feel Raquel will beat Io.
Do you think Raquel is the person to beat Io, or
yes.
do you put the title on, say, Mercedes Martinez and then move Io up?
Either way, I honestly, it's no bad answer to this, Manny. I feel like all of it works.
I think Ripley's done. I think Ripley's going to be in the Royal Rumble, and that's the last you're going to see of her on NXT.
Yeah, apparently Priest is done too.
So, I was watching a news story, and they said that they've negated that.
Yeah, they negated it, but
they're postponing that Priest. I don't think they're moving him.
No, they only postponed it because Roman apparently requested that it was postponed and Kevin Owens both requested that it be postponed because it made no sense. It made no sense because the plan was to originally have Priest make the save for Owens on SmackDown this week instead of him dying.
Yeah.
Instead of him dying, he's like, "Why the fuck would David Priest come and save him?" And they both veto that, and it doesn't make sense. Oh no, thumbs down. And so they vetoed that. Well, fuck that guy.
You got thumbs down.
Yeah, some random person came in and gave a thumb down. At least leave a comment.
Okay. Whoever gave the thumbs up, suck your mom.
Yeah! That's what Ripley told Raquel. But, so whatever case happens with any of these call-ups or whatnot, I never felt Priest was going to be in NXT long, nor Karrion Kross.
I think Karrion Kross needs to stay. I think Priest is going to be a decent big guy. We've said it on the show numerous times. He's the Baron Corbin Vince has always wanted.
Yeah. And I do feel like, Kross should probably stay down and develop more, like you said. But I can see Vince looking at him going like, nah. I need that on my main roster. And if you could team Hill with Aleister Black and Hill, Aleister Black, and Scarlett team together, you have some type of Dark Empire thing going there. And it works.
You do, but I have a feeling that Aleister Black's leaning towards finishing up his contract and just going somewhere else.
Yep,
it
Tommy's
looks like
back.
that's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, his wife's gone. I mean, that's normally what happens.
Yeah.
Your spouse leaves. You got to go. It doesn't make sense. Although Lana's seems to be doing okay. Crippled and all.
Well, she's kayfabing it up by wearing the sling and boot.
Which gave me more respect for Lana than anybody else on some of these rosters who would just be like, I'll be here the next day. All right. So moving on to the main event. The sequel. Kyle O'Reilly versus Finn Balor. Part 2.
So I enjoyed the match.
Oh.
Solid TV match.
Oh.
I do feel like their first one's better.
First one is better.
I don't believe that should have won Match of the Year on the previous NXT show.
No, because
I firmly believe Walter and Dragunov should have won that.
I feel they tamper with the numbers. Or, one, no one's seen Walter Dragunov as a made WWE vote, whoever watches.
Yeah, but which is why I bring this up, because so they first released the top 10 WWE matches of 2020 on the network, and then they put it on YouTube. It's a 6-hour kind of video.
Yeah.
WWE themselves have rated Walter and Dragunov higher than they have Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know why?
Fuck those fans. Fuck all
because
those
the fans vote. They don't watch it. And that's where it got hit at. And, if you are doing an NXT show and you're doing Match of the Year, it would seem very weird if Walter and Dragunov would have won Match of the Year, who have really only rarely appeared on NXT. Just
so
rarely.
the thing I think what would have happened. I don't know. This is completely off topic. If I actually got my Finn Balor versus Walter, I think that would have been Match of the Year.
Yeah. I think they would have had the same match as Dragunov. I feel like Finn's about that life right now, about just pure physicality. Like
I think he got injured in this match. Did he get injured again in this match?
I don't know. His eye looked fucked up.
No. So if you watch it back, when he won, so let's so this match was fucking hard hitting as fuck.
Yeah.
But like there was a point where he couldn't even grab the title from the ref. He's like, put the belt in my fucking arms. And then when he got up, and there was numerous times leading up to that where his shoulder, it looked like he dislocated his shoulder because he wasn't really moving it towards the end of the match and when he got up. So I feel like he's got injured again.
I'm going to have to go back and look at that. I didn't notice all that. I just thought at the end of the show when he was standing over Riley and the other Spear Era and Al Cole's like, get back, you monster! Get back! You piece of shit! How could you do this to him? You fucking broke his mouth. Fuck him.
He did that early as well.
Yeah. But him standing, I thought that was the most iconic Finn Balor has looked in a long time. If not, that was his image. That was his Becky Lynch, I'm concussed, I'm standing up there after Nia Jackson knocked the shit out of me. Look, when he was standing there bleeding, holding the belt. And I was like, damn, that is an image right there. And I don't know. I thought this match was great. Like, there was nothing wrong with it. I do think I preferred the first match more, but I thought this match was a little bit different from that one. Like the Kyle O'Reilly going from like 80 different submissions every time Finn would counter something.
Yeah.
It was like Samoa Joe spot when he would go from the crab to the crossface to something else. But it was done so smoothly into so many different holds that weren't even considering. That was just like, that's just cool.
And the finish, like I didn't see that happening. Like,
yeah,
when did it, like, it just ends with a submission?
I didn't like the ending.
You didn't like that?
I didn't like it ending like that. I know, like a surprise ending is some good sometimes, but I feel like they were building to something, and this kind of was like, oh, that's what we built to.
I think at that point, because if Finn was destined to win, I don't think at that point in that match he could have done either of his finishes. So the coup de grace, I don't think he could have done that, because I looked at him and he looked like he was favouring his arm.
Yeah.
And it looked like he probably dislocated it during that match, because the way he was like, he was proper straight with it at that one point like that. So I was like, he's probably done that. He's probably popped his shoulder, so he can't probably lift up Kyle O'Reilly safely to do the 1916.
Wow, you make sense. This is a great argument, Manny.
So I feel like they had to change it on the fly, and what limited they did what the best they could with the limitations of Finn at that moment in time.
Yeah, wow, well done, bravo. I did not expect that. I didn't see that actually in the I never considered that he might be too hurt to do this. That never occurred to me.
Yeah, so, I definitely think that finish was changed on the fly. Unless it was projected that we're going to beat the shit out of each other and then we're probably going to have to finish on a submission. Because they both look fucked. And apparently they went both to the hospital afterwards. But they both look messed up.
Now, my question is about a match like this. They went to their physical ends and they're really hurting each other. And, they're really giving it their all. And Finn's like 39, maybe 40 now. I don't know how old he is. But they're up there, he's up there in age. Should we be doing matches like this when you probably may end up into the hospital after? Or do you prefer, I understand entertainment value, but for their own health, do you think they should kind of slow down?
I think if you don't do it as often, yeah, it's fine. Finn hasn't wrestled for how many weeks? Because he was actually injured.
Yeah.
This is Finn's first match back.
Yeah, you're right, to be honest. He's like, I'm going at 100%. I don't give a fuck.
As long as they're safe, and as long as it's not like they're going off the necks and heads and stuff like that, like you normally see in New Japan, where they fucking go all out.
Yeah, when Ibushi just lands on his neck 800 times.
Well, it's not even him. It's who's the other one that kind of seems like balls to the wall all the time? Ishii.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude. Yeah, I mean,
bear in mind, I watch New Japan probably once a year, and every time I see him, I'm like, I like this guy, but I don't see him living very long.
Yeah, I mean, check out the Jay White match with Ibushi and Jay White, where you just go oh, oh God, his neck, oh, he's on his head, oh God, no, Jesus. But yeah, the physical. I thought this lived up to the hype though of being a good sequel match to what they had. I don't know who Balor's next opponent is since the Dusty's Cup is happening. I don't think you go Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor 3 since Kyle lost 2 in a row already. There's no reason to go back to that.
Do you go Karrion Kross now?
It seems like you go that route
because he already called his shot last week, didn't he?
Yeah, on the previous shows, he's been calling I need to get my title back. It does make the most sense for him to go get his title back. And if anybody could carry him to a good match, I think Finn could do it. Pardon if he hurt or not. If he survives this injury.
Well, I think if it's as bad as when Seth powerbombed him into the barricade, Finn's done.
It could be. I don't know. I haven't read any reports or anything about it. So.
The thing is, that's what I was looking. I was looking for one of those reports prior to we coming on, because that's what I noticed. Unless he just did a really good job selling, and I got fooled.
Because the earlier spot when I felt like it was I don't think it was a shot at Cody. But I remember the previous week, Cody had made it to the ropes by using his mouth to get to the ropes. And they were like, oh, okay, do it. And then when Finn Balor kicked the ropes on Kyle O'Reilly for doing the exact same thing, I feel like that's why you don't do shit like that. And they were saying
that's what messed up his mouth.
Yeah, this is why you don't do shit like that, because some of your opponent kicked him out, and then that's what Wade Barrett was like, oh, I've never seen that before. And I was like, I saw it on AEW last week, but and he was like, oh, that's why you don't see it. Those ropes would kill you. They were fucking wires.
You know what the funny thing about Wade Barrett on commentary? He's the only person that speaks slow enough that you can hear him. And you can make out what he's saying at 4x4 speed.
You don't understand. On Tuesday, I had eggs Benedict.
AEW and NXT. So at certain points, so if it was a 2-hour show, I got through it in about 45 minutes. I only focusing on the talking spots is the only time I'm really slowed down.
But so Manny, I think at the end of the month we should revisit this Kyle O'Reilly Finn Balor match and see when he gets hurt and all that, and do our match reviews, which I planned on doing for this year, and see when we just talk about one match in its entirety, because
Marcus, I'm not moving at any point now till February. We can probably do this a lot earlier if you really wanted to.
Well, I gotta break it down. I gotta go watch it again. I didn't even think about him really being hurt. I just thought he was selling, and then him actually for the fucking title and all that. I just thought he was just being, I'm Finn the Dick. I'm Big Dick Finn right now.
He didn't even let the ref lift up his arms.
Yeah, I remember that. Because he probably couldn't do it, and that never occurred to me. Tremendous. It was, thinking talking about it more makes me go like, damn, this match was I really enjoyed this match.
Oh, from what you said, I probably need to go watch that. Did you say Shingo?
Shingo versus Jeff Cobb.
I feel like that's probably something we also have to review at the end of the month.
Yeah, I don't think that match is going to get as much love as anything else, because you had all the other matches on that Wrestle Kingdom, which was Naito Ibushi was okay to me. It wasn't as good as Jay White Ibushi, which was both okay, but I thought Okada and Ospreay had the best match. Yeah,
I felt like I didn't really enjoy that match. It was good. I always enjoy Naito matches, to be honest, but it wasn't as great as I thought it would be.
Shantae, Eric's wife, has entered the chat and said, Manny, a gallon a day, Manny, is good for you. I have a similar bottle. Talk about your water that you're drinking, that you're ingesting right now. Good job, man.
Yeah, I've kind of overdone it, because I did go. So I remember Eric was telling me about Shantae going no sugar for a while. So I thought, let me go no sugar for a while. So you've seen me on this stream numerous times chug Coke and Red Bull all the time. So I stopped that, and then Christmas I hit it hard. I was like, no, I'm drinking liters, 2 liters of Coke. I was like, I need to stop.
Man, is it safe to say that you had a Coke problem?
Yeah.
Eric is shocked that we're still going. And Eric needs to realize that there was a lot of fucking wrestling to talk about. It was a lot. So, moving on to Wrestle Kingdom 15. Not going to talk about this in great detail.
This is mostly your review, because I've only watched one match from it, which I need to go. I will go back and watch it, but it's just I've had time constraints.
Okay, they don't know you can't see the chat right now, but Shantae asks, how are you doing?
Me, I'm furious that COVID has postponed my move, and I'm a little bit. I've a little bit calmed down. I wished death on quite a few people yesterday.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Not the ones that are continuously going outside spreading this virus, thinking there's no virus and all this stuff. I wish death on all of them, because that's what's led to the further UK lockdown and me having to sit here, and because I'm supposed to be moving on Tuesday.
Yep.
That's been moved back to the 2nd of February.
Also, a fun fact, Manny. I know I have the Wrestle Kingdom stuff under here, but don't worry about that, people. We go on these tangents. It's after the hour mark. Anything can happen in the world of professional wrestling. Ryan has contracted the COVID virus. Someone I live with. So he's been in his shivering.
So technically, that
fever.
means you technically got it now.
No, I've been tested and I'm negative. I'm actually
but
clean.
If he's got it, there's a good chance that you're probably gonna get it.
No, we've been we've been isolating each other, quarantining. I stay away from
You got two
him.
showers.
No, we're showering together at the same damn time. No, it's separate. But I've been tested a few times and I have no symptoms or nothing. Well, I wasn't even tested once, but I got tested in the middle, like 2 days ago and stuff. So it was like,
Yeah.
oh, you're good. Like, and he's had it for almost 2 weeks now. So
Ooh,
I don't know.
I hope he's doing all right.
Yeah, he's right. Still late on rent, Even though he's dying, I'm still like, give me my rent. Give me my rent, you son of a bitch. I don't care if you do got the COVID. You can't breathe. I can't live without rent. Oh.
So this next segment is Marcus's hot take on Wrestle Kingdom 15.
Wrestle Kingdom 15. Too big for one night. Maybe a different show. Don't know. But I thought it was a solid weekend of wrestling. It was solid. It didn't blow my mind away. There were some few good matches on there. Again, Shingo, Jeff Cobb, Okada, Ospreay. The Naito, Jay White matches were really good. They were solid, but I don't feel like it was, I don't know. Maybe it was because I watched them at like 2 in the morning. I watched them live like an idiot. That it was just a solid show. I'll say it's like only a few matches to check out. Hiromu and ELP had a good match. Like it was nice, but it wasn't blow everybody away. Give everybody 6 stars.
Yeah.
Show.
So it's been a year. It's been a year where the New Japan title has been almost merged with the Intercontinental title. Is that going to continue? Or
I have no idea. Yeah.
Are they looking to merge the belts and then focus on the US title?
Now this is according
to move their expansion into the US, or are they probably going to move away from this double title thing? Because I'm over the double title.
Yeah. I believe, according to Kota Ibushi, they're going to abolish the Intercontinental title belt and just make it one belt. That's what he will want to do. Because he is now God.
Well, they need to give that title to Shinsuke because he's the greatest IWGP.
Saturday. Well, MVP is still the first one.
Yeah, he was. I'm surprised that has such a short life. That title.
Well,
they
only made it for MVP. They got an American wrestler who was known for carrying the Intercontinental title. Let's give him the Intercontinental title. But the big news of the story, as Eric brings up, Switchblade to NXT, Switchblade to NXT, is that Switchblade appears to be done with New Japan.
Well, Eric's probably going to subscribe to his OnlyFans once he joins
No, Eric was like, "Oh shoot, I don't know if he's going to do it to me because he does have that OnlyFans and he doesn't want to lose that." But Vince would be all in that.
Do you know what? I feel like Triple H would offer him a boatload of money. Like we've both read that Young Bucks book, and like the money he was throwing about. For someone like Jay White, I think we'd throw a checkbook at him.
Yeah, he's extremely young. He's only 26 or 28, somewhere around there. In his 20s. He doesn't have as much mileage as a lot of these other guys. He's only been wrestling 6 years.
Yeah.
Extremely talented. Great personality. Good guy. Like, he's like a young Seth Rollins to me. But he doesn't dive and stuff. Like current Seth Rollins. Just like, oh, this guy is... he's a fantastic wrestler.
Yeah, and I feel like wrestlers that don't dive, you get more longevity out of them, so it's probably a good thing.
Unless you're wrestling Finn Balor, who tries to kill
we'll kick the shit out of you.
Yeah, for no reason.
Do you know what? He did the liver kick again on Kyle, and I'm just like, fuck.
Oh yeah, I love the liver kick. I love it.
It looks like it proper hurts. Even if it's not intentional, I know it looks like it hurts.
Eric said Switchblade is meant to feud with Seth. No, he's meant to join Seth. and then turn on Seth. But you know, what I enjoyed about both nights of Wrestle Kingdom were the two endings that really some nice finishes in which Ibushi won the match and didn't realize he beat Naito. And he's like, he goes for that second pin, and I die laughing because I'm like, what the fuck? Because he's supposed to be so out of it. And then Jay White comes out after. It's like, you don't even know if you won the match, and you gonna try to beat me tomorrow. And then the next night, Jay White is so out of it, he's like crying, trying to grab his title when they're trying to hand it away. Like, come on.
So last year, the interesting thing was Kenta taking out Naito at the end of the match on night 2. That was the big headline thing last year. This year, it just feels like Jay White to NXT. No? But that's the only thing that's getting real major coverage.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah, pretty much. They didn't get much coverage this year. And again, I told you, the white people weren't involved this year as much. It was very in-house Japanese guys. Everybody that's their talent, pretty much. Because the lack of travel.
Really,
yeah, lack of travel.
Yeah.
No deals with Ring of Honor. No deals with whoever else normally show up to the show. No Jericho. No Moxley. So they really had to just do their bare bones. And I thought they pulled it off, you know? I hated their Battle Royal. I hated the opening of the show.
Well, why nobody watches that? I don't know why you watch it either.
Fuck you, Manny. Fuck you. I stayed up at 11 p.m. and was like, oh, it's time to start the show. They do this Battle Royal, and I'm going like, this is so terrible. I want to kill myself. And it's an hour long, and it's like, now we're going to start the real show. I would have just took a nap and woke up at midnight.
No, the last time I watched that Battle Royal, Billy Gunn was in that Battle Royal at one point.
Nah, it was worse this time. It was worse.
So,
they were supposed to have 22 people, and they barely got to 21. They couldn't even get the number. They were like, it was supposed to be 22. They were like 21. They were like, what?
So, with this Impact and AEW thing going, do you think it's the right time for WWE to throw New Japan a bone?
No.
I feel like it is.
I mean, it's a way to throw it into AEW's face, but you know, it doesn't matter to them. It's a bunch of like who they're trying to get. They already have the wrestling fans. Technically, they got these guys. 2.1 million people watch just to see Hulk Hogan show up randomly. They need more. They're trying to grow their audience. But in AEW, there's just going to be the same people that were already watching. They're excited. They're enjoying the product. It's great. Whatever. But you're not going to attract any new people by throwing Gallows or Anderson on the show. And that's not me being mean. That's me being real.
So as we start to close the show, I need to bring something up, Marcus.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I didn't do it intentionally.
I'm wearing a Jets beanie.
Yep.
Had they beat the Patriots this weekend, I would be requesting double.
Double?
You owe me now money, Marcus.
Come on.
Money. The Bucks, I could have dropped this on you 2 weeks ago. The Bucks have finished with a better ranking and overall than the Patriots.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, $1?
You owe me 20.
No! No! I thought it was $1. I wouldn't have made a bet. I swear to God, I wouldn't have made that bet. But no! Oh, I can't believe that.
Long-term bet.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? And there were weeks when I thought, we can catch him. The Patriots can catch him. And
you put
Cam
your trust
Newton's
in Cam Newton.
Yeah,
and I knew what Cam Newton was.
Cam Newton ain't shit. He's beat up bones. He's beat up bones. I thought Tom Brady was going to be washed up by now. Now he's in the playoffs again. And you give Tom Brady a chance in the playoffs, and you just no. If he wins the Super Bowl, Manny, I'm going to pour water on my laptop right now. Yep. Rest in peace, Broly Lee. I see that we're getting people back into our show with El Luchador returning and Eric also returning.
I don't get this. Like, people leave and then come back.
Well, you don't have all day. I don't have all day to be watching these. Like, you can catch us at any time. It's not like watching us live. Something's going to happen. It's not like somebody's going to come in through the door and invade my capital out of nowhere. Shit.
I still can't believe that actually happened.
So is there anything else in wrestling you want to cover since we've been away? We talked about... I mean, we didn't really talk about Brody Lee on this show, but we did make the reference in the beginning. Or is there the Raw? What's going on with Raw and Goldberg, or whatever's going on in the wrestling world? I have a story I can talk about that. I just don't understand what people do shit.
I think the only major thing that happened while we were away was Big E became Intercontinental Champion.
Yep.
Then seemingly didn't do much after that.
The one story that I read, the Raw, which Charlotte was tripped by her dad, Ric Flair, and Meltzer come out and say he tripped the wrong person. I don't believe that story, and I feel like someone is tripping on him, like just lying, just telling Meltzer whatever he wants to hear. Right?
No, I prefer the story of Lacey Evans trolling everyone.
Yeah.
Where she referred to herself as Charlotte's new stepmom.
Yep. Lacey Evans having a week.
Her ongoing beef with Cardi B.
Yep, it's absolutely like Lacey Evans has won the social media MVP for that and get Cardi involved. I mean, if we can somehow get Cardi involved at WrestleMania as someone's mouthpiece, talking shit for someone who can't talk, to fight Lacey Evans at Mania, I'm 100% down.
No, this is the same person that cried that their cereal got soggy. I ain't got time for that.
You do? I got time for that. Cardi is entertaining. Lacey is ratchet. She is. But Cardi they can take each other down. Like, I just feel like Cardi just out there talking about, shut up, Lacey Evans. Like, just a modern day Rosie Perez, the way she talks. And just saying, fuck you and all that. I know it ain't gonna be all that, but... See,
I won't be able to get the spot I want. And that's Cardi B getting a woman's right. Because that would be wrong.
Okay, I feel like I'm petty. My name is Tom Petty, for those who don't realize that. I'm really that much petty. But if I'm there to be, I'm like, Cardi, how much money you want? They just had Snoop Dogg jump off the rope. How much do you want for me to have you jump off the rope through somebody through a table? If you jump on Lana, I want you to jump on Lana.
I'm telling you now, that would bring in more fans. I'm telling you 100% now.
Yeah, because Snoop Dogg is a whore. Snoop Dogg's been everywhere. He's been bastardized. He's in Tostitos commercials and General Insurance commercials. You can get Snoop Dogg to do whatever you want.
He's doing commercials here as well for food company, food delivery companies.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg is. Yeah, he's sold out. He's everywhere. No, I'm not mad at him. I love Snoop, but it's he's everywhere. He can get. But if you got Cardi B, WWE, Cardi B saying some shit to Sasha Banks. That's Tyson Austin in 2021, baby. That's all I've ever wanted. We could get the Sasha's ratchet chest going, and Cardi could be heel or face. You love or hate it. Like I feel like people will be annoyed by the segment, but you will love it. It'll be good publicity. Put it on SmackDown, the A show. Maybe her and Bailey, back and forth. Ding dong, Cardi. Backed by Sasha. Or Bianca. Or whatever the story. Her and Billy Kay will work. I don't give a damn.
Oh, Billy Kay.
No picture for her this week on Concert Better.
Yeah, you didn't do one.
No. I feel like
I created a fantastic end screen last week for all the additional videos, which I believe none of you watched.
I watched the
I'm not talking
quiz.
about you. I'm talking about the people.
Oh.
You people.
You people.
None of you watched.
Oh.
I put a lot of work into that quiz.
You did. I watched the hell out of the quiz. The tag team thing I didn't really watch. And,
I know, I was bored of the tag team thing when we did it.
Yeah, let me tell you something about tag team. Maybe Vince is right. No one cares about tag team wrestling. Neither do
I
I.
was bored of it. The moment we got to the end, I was like, I wouldn't rewatch this.
For those who watched it, thank you. Appreciate it. But
I appreciate you watching our stuff. But, like, focus on that quiz. That quiz was great.
Who's entertaining?
Eric being so petty. Eric being so salty.
Got me becoming a heavyweight champion.
Raging.
Yeah.
Marcus raging.
D still, and now I can hold this up. Still the heavyweight champion. Put the fucking title on my shoulder, cause I can't lift this arm anymore due to arthritis. Put this on my shoulder.
That title got smaller since you had it.
No, because I used to I carried it close to the camera, or I got a lot big. I used to just do this. So now I realize that that's what I need to do to make it look like it's a real title. But it don't fucking matter. I'm still the champion. I haven't been able to gloat about it since we started this show because it was taped months ago. It was taped years ago, and I had to keep kayfabe alive. But I've been champion, and I've been sitting in my home with COVID-19 Ryan and COVID-21 Ryan, and I should have marched to the Capitol myself with my title, and I would have been shot. I would have been shot to the ground holding that title. Just saying.
Yeah, and there will be other quizzes.
Yes.
I feel. Maybe we do every 3 months. Every quarter?
Every quarter.
Or do we do an every year one? Because I don't intend to go all the way back to write an all year one if I've done the quarter one.
Well, Manny, you could just write the questions ahead of time.
As
and then come back to and be like, oh, where did Dakota Kai get stuck in New Year's Evil? Dakota Kai was placed in a what submission? Oh, she was placed in a locker. Oh, no, my one gripe with that match is when Raquel is down and the referee stops his count because Dakota Kai is beating up Rhea Ripley with a kendo stick. I'm like, she's still down, ref. She's still down. This isn't helping Raquel at all. Dakota needs to stand that bitch up. That's what she needs to do. Break that count. She got shoved into that locker, though. Great time. But yeah, I'm excited for the year. I mean, we got a lot of new things going on. A lot of old things coming back, like the Bullet Club. And I'm afraid if they go full NWO and have Special K, Tony Khan, come out there on a motorcycle to Voodoo Child with Kenny Omega, I feel like we're going to be stuck in the past. But, who knows?
Well, we've got the chance of Marcus and the Prophecy coming.
Yeah, we're close. I feel like I'm close. I don't remember what I even said. All the Tony Khan becoming a character. We're months away for that. But I feel like we're really close to that. Yeah.
So it was, you said you're 3 months away from TK being on an on-screen character.
Yeah.
Impact wreck Dynamite. TK through a table. And I put brackets Willie Mack. I don't know what that was about.
I think Willie Mack is going to be the main one.
And then Cody Rhodes and TK versus Kenny Omega and Don Callis.
Ooh.
And then evil TK versus Stang.
Yeah, that's happening. All of that. Because Tony Khan's dream wasn't to become a wrestler. It wasn't to own a company. It was just to be Eric Bischoff. Which isn't that bad of a life, no? But that's it for the show, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed it. If there's anything we left out this busy week of wrestling, I know we didn't really cover how we felt about Goldberg, but obviously you know how we felt about Goldberg. I think it's the groan of a nation. He came out there.
We've got other stuff in the pipeline as well. It's not just going to be regular, just shows all the time of reviews. We've got other stuff coming back. We've got plans for other bits and pieces. We are back. There may be bits and pieces where I might not be on the show because of a pending move prior to COVID. We have drafted in a stand-in. He doesn't sound like me. He sounds very different. You're going to realize that English accents are different.
Nah. It's going to be the same person like, Manny, why are you in disguise? I don't understand. Who you hide from?
Manny, why are you a white man with a beard?
Or have you always been a white man with a beard? And you've been playing a song. It was me all along, Austin. It's not Zion. It's like suddenly taking off. Well, that's a white man. I really want the mask off. It's like, that's just a white man. It's Jay White. That's how white that man is. It's Jay White. Oh, he's in charge of Zion Lee.
That's the best gimmick going.
All right. But
Asian
no
man
ads.
pretend to be white man.
Oh, God. Oh, this not as racist as the other way. If it was the other way, it'd be more racist. By the way, I'll leave this notion with everybody. What is this? How come that comment didn't just scroll up? What? Yeah, a lot of these comments weren't scrolling up. Oh. By the way, I don't know when Eric's coming back. It may be this week, maybe next week. But when he make his return, I'm sure there'll be hate in the room. I'm sure. So long, everybody.
I felt like I tapped into his hate yesterday.
Everybody taps into it on one side. The ghost of Eric always comes back to everybody. When we resurrect him, it took a lot of our souls to resurrect him. It's a lot of hate come to us. I think Eric's hate spread into the community and they attacked the Capitol. That's what happened. Eric's hate is a disease like COVID-19. Everybody put a mask on. Take care of yourself. Do not die. Thanks each and every one of you for watching. And remember, white people can be terrorists too. Okay? They can stuff Dakota Kai in a locker or do whatever they gotta do. But white people can be terrorists. Just watch Star Wars. The message I got from that movie.
That way. I did not think you were going that way.
I had no idea where I was going. I had no idea where I was going with that ending. But it did. Later, everybody.